And welcome back to Hannity. The Republican showdown in Vegas had plenty of memorable and exciting moments, but some of the most talked about exchanges were between Republican rivals Donald Trump and Jeb Bush. Take a look.
Donald, is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate. Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency. That's not going to happen.
Jeb said when they come across the southern border, they come as an act of love.
You said in September 30th that ISIS was not a
Am I
not
talking or are you talking, Jeb?
I'm talking right now. I'm talking.
You can go back. You're not talking. You interrupted me,
September 30th,
Jeb. Are you going to apologize, Jeb? No.
Look, the simple fact is, if you think this is tough and you're not being treated fairly,
isn't tough and easy.
Imagine what it's going to be like dealing with Putin or dealing with President Xi or dealing with the Islamic terrorism that exists. This is a tough business to run for president.
I know. You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is real tough. You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Well, let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off the end.
All right, here now with reaction. 2016, Republican presidential candidate, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. All right, you're smiling, so I guess that means you had a good time at the debate. But what do you, as you hear it back and as you see it, do you think differently?
No, look, I think the outpouring of support that we've gotten for someone taking on Donald Trump. Look, the guy's a gifted politician, but he's not a serious candidate. The substance of the debate last night was phenomenal. Substantive questions with serious answers across the board. Donald Trump doesn't talk about anything serious. The threat of ISIS, what was his response? Well, he has to admit that 2 months ago he was saying ISIS isn't, we shouldn't even deal with them. Now he's talking about bombing the you-know-what out of them. There's no plan behind that. And we need someone that has serious, detailed plans, a serious leader to deal with the great threat of our time.
I'm not going to get into the middle of it. I thought you guys both had your exchange last night. I'm going to leave it to the two of you. Here's one thing somebody wrote me today and said, why didn't Jeb Bush do that in the first debate? Do you think maybe, in other words, that you showed more fire, willingness to fight? Do you think waiting to the fifth debate to really engage was a mistake?
Look, the opportunity was here because we have grave threats to our national security. And as I said, Donald Trump is a capable guy. He's a smart guy, but he doesn't have any ideas about how to keep America safe. The idea that you would ban all Muslims makes it impossible to build the kind of coalition necessary to destroy ISIS, for example. But that's just one of many points that I think it was appropriate to bring up. This is about policy. These are about ideas that matter. And I think I have the skills, the temperament, and the ideas to keep us safe as a country. And people right now are scared about this.
One of the things I wanted to ask you, and this is a really important question, and the president taking in Syrian refugees is a really important question in light of the fact, and there were new developments, that there might have been other refugees involved in the Paris attacks. And we learned a couple of things this week, that ISIS, in fact, can make passports, and that they have a plan to infiltrate the refugee population. So my concern is, and I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea, I would say things differently than, say, you or Donald Trump in this way. General John Allen, the president's envoy to defeat ISIS, Mike McCall, chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, James Clapper, national head of intelligence, James Comey, his assistant FBI director, Steinbeck, they all say we can't vet these guys, and they're all suggesting that ISIS will infiltrate. Maybe, is it a good idea to put a pause on all immigration until we can vet them? So you agree with the pause till we can get it right? Well,
I agree with the pause for Syrian refugees. Absolutely, we should not be allowing people in. When you have all of the people you mentioned being incapable of saying that we have a vetting process in place that would keep us safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that is enough to put a pause for as long as it takes to get that right. We also need to recognize that the visa waiver program for Europeans coming to our country in an easy fashion needs to be looked at. And the Congress, I think, has a duty to go beyond talking about this to actually pass legislation that creates changes in our policies, recognizing the threat that we're facing right now.
But I guess also when you compare this to our open borders, I understand that there's a variety of opinions about what we should do with the 11 million people here. But to me, that's secondary, because we still have open borders. We still have I was talking to a border security guy that I know. I've been down to the border, governors, 12 times, and he told me Syrians are coming in with Syrian passports on our southern border. In Texas alone, when I went down with Governor Perry, between the years 2008 and 2014, 611,000 crimes were committed against Texans by illegal immigrants. There seems to be no urgency to get that wall up to protect the American people. How important is that to you if you become president?
It is important, very important, and then last night I spoke about this. The president has the money, the Congress has appropriated the money. We need more Border Patrol agents. We need to use drone technology. We need to build the wall that has been designed. We need to get on with it. We need to have an E-Verify system. We need to have an exit visa system that deals with the fact that 40% of people come legally and just stay. I mean, this is a great challenge. It's not the most complicated thing our country has faced, but we're not serious in this administration to create border security.
Right.
And everything else can't be done without it.
Last question. I was watching last night. Politics, I'm sure you agree, is a blood sport. Are you having fun? Do you enjoy this? Is this something that you like to do every day when you get up?
Yeah, I had a blast last night. And each and every day, talking to people and voters. I'm going to be in New Hampshire Saturday doing 5 town hall meetings. I love it, and I'm excited about the progress we're making.
All right, Governor, thanks as always for being with us. Appreciate it.